welcome to this week's vlog. I'm currently outside. Today is Sunday, September 17th. I decided to come outside today and do some reading. This past week I finished Happy Place by Emily Henry. So far I've read Happy Place, Book Lovers, and People We Meet on Vacation. I would say this is probably the one that I enjoyed the most. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I didn't give it a full 5 stars only because I'm reserving 5-star reads for books that I feel like I would actually pick up and like purchase to keep forever and read again. And I don't feel like I would want to read this again next summer. Obviously, I feel like this is definitely like a summer read. But yeah, I don't feel like I would want to read this again. But who knows? Maybe next year I might feel differently. But as of right now, I feel like it's just something that was really good, had a lot of really good like life lessons in it, and I really enjoyed all of the characters. Yeah, there wasn't anything about it that I didn't like. So it was a very good read. I had first put this book on hold at the library when I first signed up for my library card, which was like, I think in April, March or April, something like that. And there was like 187 people who put this book on hold. The hype is definitely worth it, and it was worth the wait to read it. I actually had, so the only Emily Henry book that I haven't read yet is Beach Read, and I had actually already checked it out. But I ran out of time to read it because I had to return it back before I had a chance to get to it. And since other people had it on hold, I wasn't able to like extend my checkout time, but I'll probably have to put that one back onto my TBR or like my bookmarks so that I can read it, because I definitely do still want to read it. But since it is September, I've started putting all of like my cozy witch books on hold at the library. So I already have 3 right now that I have checked out, and the first one that I'm going to read is Practical Magic. Obviously I've seen the movie, but I've never read any of Alice Hoffman's books, so yeah, I'm gonna get going on reading this. I thought it would be a good day to have like an extended period of time to read since it's Sunday. My husband's watching football. He already put our daughter upstairs for quiet time / nap time. We'll see if she actually takes a nap. I don't think she will. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get through as much as I can of this within the next couple of hours. I also need to do lesson 7 of The Artist's Way. I'm enjoying it very much so far. The tasks are definitely out there, or like some of them are out there, and then some of them are kind of like there's a lot of like writing, and I'm not someone who normally journals. Like you're supposed to journal like every day, and so far this week I don't think I've journaled every day. I think I've only journaled maybe like probably like 3 days this week. There's some weeks that I'm better at it than others. But sometimes like when I think about like doing morning pages, I feel like you're supposed to just do like regular stream of consciousness, and I feel like in the mornings I'm so tired that literally all I'm thinking about is either like I'm so tired, or I'm so hungry, or like I just want to go back to bed. And so when I'm thinking like, okay, well, what am I supposed to be writing, it feels like nothing is coming to me. I've found that I'm more successful writing my morning pages when I write them in the evening, after I've had some time to wake up and like actually like process like my day and like think about like what I'm supposed to be doing. But I get it, like that the whole point of doing morning pages is that like every day you're venting to yourself basically, and you're just like blurting out any kind of thoughts that you have to get it like out of your head. I also feel like I talk to my best friend every day through this app called Marco Polo. Most of the time I'm talking to her all throughout the day. That's when I get out like any of my like venting that I need to do, or just like random thoughts that I have throughout the day. And so when I journal it in my morning pages, I feel like I'm like doubling the things that I'm trying to say. I feel like that's another thing that's like held me back from from keeping up with it. Hopefully this week I can be a little bit better at it. I mean, like I've already passed the morning and I haven't done my Sunday morning pages, so yeah, I'm already late on that, but I'm planning to do my lesson. I feel like my lesson will be the time when I'm like doing my morning pages. I just wanted to come on and intro this vlog. This week what I have planned is I was accepted to be a pattern tester for this sewing pattern company, and I need to submit my review by Saturday. So this week is going to be a lot of me sewing, a lot of reading, because I need to finish a couple of books before they need to be returned to the library. That's pretty much it. A lot of sewing, a lot of reading, and then just like little tidbits here and there throughout the week. I'm gonna get going on reading and I'll check in with you guys later. Today's outfit. We have about 30 minutes before we have to leave. Ellie's just having a snack right now. I got dressed and did my makeup, did my skincare, did my makeup. Trying to make a habit out of like getting dressed every day, because otherwise I'll be in my pajamas all day and be really, really lazy. Top is from Target and my skirt is vintage. I got it at Reborn Vintage. That's in Ogden. Just gonna wear my sandals with it. And yeah, just wanted to show my outfit, be accountable for getting dressed today. Do a twirl. Can I see you do a twirl? Go over here and do a twirl. Cheese. Go spin around. Wow! Okay, we just got home from taking Ellie to dance class, and then after that I went to get a couple things from Sephora and World Market. So I just wanted to show you what I got. I was running out of some things and I picked up the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. These always make my skin look really great. And then I picked up also their Pink Juice Moisturizer, and then I also picked up their newest serum. This is their Pomegranate Peptide Firming Serum for firming and lifting. I haven't tried this one out, but all of the serums that I try from Glow Recipe are always really great, and I never like break out, and my skin is never sensitive to them, so I always like swear by Glow Recipe stuff. And then we stopped by World Market because Ellie needed more snacks, and so did I. So these are the snacks that I always pick up for Ellie. These are just like the Hello Kitty rice crackers, the senbei. And then I also got her the Hello Pandas. And actually I used to get these all the time from the Asian market when I was a kid too. So it's fun that like she likes them as well. They're just like chocolate filled cookies. And then I also picked up for myself McVitie's digestives. I love these ones. These ones are the dark chocolate ones. These are really great to have like with your tea, if you just need like a little treat for yourself. And then I also picked up these guys. These are the Banana Plantain Chips. These are the Acapulco Lime. They're so, so good. I wish that the bag was bigger though, because I'll eat this in one sitting. That's all that we got while we were out. I'm gonna go put these away, and then I gotta make us some lunch, so I'll be back later. So today is Tuesday, and I have to review a pattern by Saturday. So that means I need to start sewing it like right now. I've already cut out the pattern. So this is the sleeve, and this is the front. What's great is that this dress pattern literally only requires 2 pattern pieces. so it should be relatively quick. However, the only thing that I think is going to take the longest time is that it requires shearing at the bodice, and that means I have to like measure out the spacing between each sheared line. I already got the pattern assembled, which took a long time. It's now time to cut the fabric, but I wanted to show the fabric that I'm working with. I got this at Goodwill a while ago, I think like months ago. It's actually a tablecloth from Threshold, from the Target brand. So I think it'll be perfect for this project. It looks like a linen. It kind of has like a linen feel, but obviously it's not linen. It's cotton and poly instead, but has really beautiful texture on it, and I like the colors. It's very autumnal colors. What I'm making is a short, it's a mini dress, sheared bodice and a puff sleeve, so it's very simple, but basically I'm pattern testing for this company called Oh Me Oh My Sewing. She normally does a lot of like kids patterns, but I think this is like one of her like first adult size patterns that she's releasing. So before she releases a new pattern, she calls for pattern testers, and as soon as I saw her post, immediately signed up. I've pattern tested for her before, but it was a kid's dress. So I'm excited to see how this one goes, and I've always wanted to do like a sheared dress, but I just like have never gotten around to doing it, so this is a good way for me to like try this out. Okay, change of plans. I just realized that obviously the front piece, I need to cut two of them, one for the front and one for the back, and obviously I'm not gonna have enough fabric to cut both a front and a back on a fold, unfortunately. So, I mean, I guess I could try and figure out how to fudge it, but because it's in like this circular shape, it's hard to do. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna make the top, because the top length cuts off to here, and I should be able to make another set like right below it, sorry. So the top goes from here to this mark, and I should be able to create another one on the fold right here, right below it. Or I don't know, maybe I'll try and like, maybe I can put this here. And then if I do this guy like that, maybe I will do the dress and I'll just make it a little bit shorter than what it's supposed to be, which is fine because honestly, I'm shorter anyways. The only thing is that the sleeve would kind of be on a different grain than the rest of the dress, but it's the only way that I can make it work. But we're gonna do it. Okay, editing Jessa here. I'm currently editing this vlog, and I realized all of my clips from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as well as today, are all gone. Like, I can't, for whatever reason, the video playback is not there. It says that the size of the file is, it looks like there's stuff on it, but when you play it back, it's just not there. I'm confused. So I'm really disappointed because obviously I vlogged like every single day, giving you guys updates of how my dress turned out. But unfortunately that clip, all of those clips, and there were like 10 of them, they're all gone. So basically I'll just update you now on how things went with that dress. I experienced a couple of problems with the shearing. I was troubleshooting it a lot, like just trying to figure out if it was the stitch length, if it was the tension. I adjusted the tension on my upper thread. I also adjusted the tension on my bobbin, and none of those worked out. So basically the shearing was working, however it wasn't shrinking to the appropriate percentage. According to the pattern's instructions, it should have shrank about at least 50%. Hers was showing more like a 60%, based off of like the finished garment measurements against like the pattern measurements. But yeah, for some reason mine was not shearing down any more than like 30%. And then I read somewhere that if you have thicker fabric, you'll need to put your shearing lines closer together and add more shearing. And so that's what I did. So originally the shearing had 1/2 inch rows, and I just went in afterwards and I did a line in between, so a line of shearing in between, so they were 1/4 inch apart. And even before doing that, I had taken out all of my shearing on one of the panels and then redid it because I thought, well, maybe I need to switch up my machine settings. And then even after switching out the machine settings, that didn't work. So I did it again, and then that didn't work. And then I did the additional rows, and then that didn't work. And I was like, at this point, like, I need to finish this dress. Like, it was already, I think, like Thursday night, and I was just like, I can't wait any longer. Friday, I believe it was Friday, I can't remember. I went to Joann's because I ran out of shearing thread, and I needed to get more. So I bought new shearing thread, and then of course, right when I started the second panel, like the back or the front bodice, I immediately noticed that there was like a difference in the shearing right away. And when I finished the entire panel, you could definitely tell it was a lot smaller than the first panel that I did. The shearing elastic that I used, I've had that in my stash for like a good couple months. I want to say even maybe almost a year. I'm not sure. So there's a possibility that maybe it lost like some elasticity, and then it definitely makes me question the longevity of this elastic thread, because obviously if I'm using it in a garment, I still want it to be able to uphold the elasticity over time, considering that I'm wearing it in a garment. I'm not gonna undo the shearing elastic again on the other panel. I'm just gonna continue on because it's still the amount of shrinkage that happened on the second panel still compensated for the first panel. It still fits, and it's still wearable. Definitely, if you're gonna try shearing, I would say you really need to make sure that you're using your shearing elastic or your elastic thread as soon as possible. Like once you buy it from the store, like don't just keep it in your stash for a while, because like you just never really know. My fabric wasn't even really that thick, honestly. And I also did multiple swatch tests to see if there were any differences between like changing up my settings, changing up the fabric too. I did it on a lighter piece of fabric and there still wasn't any change. So to me, that says that it wasn't even just like the fabric. Even after all of like the shearing drama, the dress still turned out really, really nice. I really like it and it fits well. I filmed like a little like clip today when the lighting was really nice, of me trying it on. But obviously, I'm so mad. I don't know why all of those clips like did not show up. I'm so upset. And it feels like, I was editing this vlog and I was like, great, I'm gonna put up another vlog, and then this happens and I'm like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Mercury is already out of retrograde, so I don't know what the dealio is. And then even before recording this clip, I did a test clip and made sure to play it back. So after I film this, I'm definitely uploading it right away to make sure that it's like a legit clip that I can use. But yeah, I'll insert, I took a little like video on my phone of me trying on the dress, so I'll insert that in so you can see. But overall, the dress turned out really nice. Again, it is a pattern test, so I'm not exactly sure when the company is going to release it to the public, but I know that Rosary Apparel does a really easy, like super simple tutorial to follow that's very similar to this dress, and it's straight up rectangles. Like on this pattern, there's a lot more of like shape in terms of the sleeve and also even on the neckline of the bodice. So on Rosary Apparel's, hers are literally just like rectangles based off of measurements that you can calculate based off of your own body. So if you're looking to do a similar dress, I suggest looking at her YouTube videos, because all of her tutorials are super easy to follow. But yeah, if you want something a little bit more with like shape, then definitely check out Oh Me Oh My Sewing. You can follow her on Instagram and she'll probably announce when it's ready. I'm gonna try and finish editing this vlog, even though it was like a major freaking fail, like literally such a fail, but I still want to post it because I still feel like I need to like be showing up. And yeah, I am gonna start vlogging again tomorrow, so I'll have another weekly vlog. Wish me luck that this clip goes through, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be so confused. All right, good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.